is the Glass Cannon Network.
Good evening. If you're watching this for the first time, live tonight, it's probably Thursday, June 8th. However, we are recording this in the past, after we just spent an inordinate amount of time together.
We know each other's darkest secrets.
We really do. That was a long week of social interaction amongst the 6 of us.
Kate killed a guy.
Don't fucking say that. I told you not to say that.
I didn't say who or where. It's going to be really hard to track down, with no further information. We were all over the country.
He was just asking for change.
Kate, I'll never forget it. I'll steal this right from Skid. She turned to me and she said, "Watch this." And she really took care of that guy.
Can't help it.
Never forget it.
Everywhere I go, you need to someone.
It's not a Glass Cannon live trip if someone doesn't kill somebody.
If Kate specifically doesn't kill somebody.
Right. Just known murderer.
Kate's gonna die in LA. No one will know.
Tell your friends.
A fun week though. We had a fun week, and if you've been watching or catching up on the pods or the videos, we were in St. Paul and Asheville. We just had a great time, and we really did spend a lot of time together, which was so much fun. And we were lamenting the fact that now, a few days after being back, we're still exhausted from these trips, and here we are again playing this game. Here we
and
are
laughing.
again.
We love laughing. We've been laughing for like 8 days straight, and I can't stop laughing.
I can still hear the laughter.
You ever laugh so hard you just like don't want to fucking laugh anymore? Yeah.
That's
Not
why
me. I've always got room for more laughter.
Do you? Yeah, I think he
so.
does. That son of a gun.
I think so. Well, we said it. I mean, we laughed. I mean, not only on mic and during the shows, but a whole lot off mic too. It was a lot of laughing.
A lot of laughter.
We had a really good time. At least I did.
Do you think you get years of your life back through the power of laughter?
No.
Any time back?
It felt like being tickled involuntarily when we were out at that like southern food place really late, and you were like really tired.
Oh my
but like
God.
on another level, like it just you wouldn't stop.
Oh
It was so hilarious. I died multiple times.
That was funny.
And then when Kate, we were laughing so hard at dinner, you would have thought that we were on drugs. We were not. We were like completely sober. We maybe had 1 drink each, but it was we were just having.
Wouldn't say completely sober. I think that's a big stretch.
But when we got back,
But we were
like,
not on funny drugs. That's for sure.
yes, not on funny drugs, but we were laughing so hard. And then when Kate and I got back to the hotel, we were like laughing, walking down the hallway. We got into our room like giggling, and then we found out that Matthew and Skid were directly below us, the room like directly below us, and me and Kate obviously screaming in our room just go, do you think Matthew can hear us? And then we started running around the room, stomping around the room, like cackling,
It was
laughing.
so late.
We just get a text from Matthew, a very somber text that goes, "Yes, I can hear you." Dying laughing. We just started cackling. It was too much fun.
Too much fun.
That hotel was really great, but it had no it had no windows that opened to the outside.
Oh yeah.
So every room opened into like the kind of center,
It was a very
atrium.
weird thing. So every room opened to the center, because at the front desk, I got there first, and she was like, "Would you prefer a lower floor or a higher floor?" And I was like, "Give me the higher floor. Like, I want to see the sights." And I got up to the top floor, like, "Top floor," and just like shunk, and it was just like the elevator I had just walked out of. That's like what I was like, yeah.
It's like, well,
This just points directly back into the building. What is the point of being
I
up
think
here?
it was a historical building, so it was very cool. It was a very cool building. It was an old like threshing Like it was an old thresher company, but they didn't have any out. They didn't really have it. It was a warehouse, so it didn't really have any windows facing outward. So yeah,
Yes.
I could hear you especially well as your shouts and murmurs echoed down the center atrium, as could everyone else in the hotel.
Well, good. They knew we were having fun.
It was a good time, but now the fun is over because we are back to playing remotely.
It's right. It's
however,
just not as good.
well,
It's just not as good.
the reason I bring it up is this could very well be the last remote playing of Strange Aeons for a long time because after tonight, it is returning to just being a tour show.
I can't believe you said that out
I
loud.
said it out loud
because it's a lie.
It's
a lie.
it's
We're
just
never going to
returning
bed.
to a tour show because it's time. We have to switch gears. Gatewalkers is not coming next week. We have some other plans for the weeks leading up to the release of the new Last Canon podcast. But as we shifting gears, we need to fully focus on that and then have Strange Aeons remain the tour show. Now, that doesn't mean there might not be some marathons down the line. We always had fun. I mean, some of the best shows we ever did were those 3 days in a row, 8-hour Strange Aeons shifts. But the plan right now is for Strange Aeons to go back to the tour as we gear up for the release of the new show and we gear up for recording in the same room together all the time.
All the time. Every single day. Very exciting.
Every single day. Kate has quit her job, as has Sydney, and Matthew has retired.
I don't even live in
Playwriting.
my house anymore. I moved into the studio.
Yep.
Mhm.
Kate and I now have little bunk beds at the studio.
And you're banging on the floor, yelling
Yeah.
at the businesses below us.
Yeah.
Begging on the
Can you hear us?
Hey, please stop. This is a library.
I feel like I just got used to understanding how to play my character, and now we're only going to play every once in a while. I'm going to forget again.
You'll forget
No.
everything between every
Whoops.
show.
No,
That's how-
or maybe you'll
that's
die.
how-
Well, speaking of which, that was one of the really cool things about the marathons. Is like even though they were remote, remoteness at that time was also a novelty, right? So like we were always playing it together. So playing it remote, gave us something new to do. So that was kind of fun. But then also playing for like 4 or 5 hours at a time, like 2 days in a row. You remember so much story. You remember so much detail. You're so in the zone of your character. If we had so much fun doing that, I'm sure there's going to be more Strange Aeons marathons in our future.
Was that book 2 that we opened? Yeah, because it was like COVID. We did 3 days straight of book 2. I mean, my God, my father's Mr. Toots came out of that. Like that was that whole weekend. That wasn't even Extra Life. That was like an August thing
it
we
was in
did.
August.
So, they're always fun to do. I'm not making any promises, but the next show after this will be live in Los Angeles at the Terragram Ballroom. And then 2 days later, we're practically sold out in Seattle at the Triple Door. And then after that, it's Gen Con. And then all the rest of the shows that we will announce. So Strange Aeons is not going anywhere. It's just not going to be a weekly show on Twitch for the foreseeable future as we gear up for the new Glass Cannon podcast. But let's talk about tonight's ep because I'm wasting airtime bullshitting here. A lot went down in the Twin Cities and especially Asheville. I just want to do a quick recap, very, very quick. So you've been exploring the Lunar Prison. You're looking for the Yellow King. Well, turns out the Yellow King is in solitary confinement on the second floor of the western portion of this lunar prison. So after you dispatch with Orsophelius, this janitor / umbral dragon / torture machine creator, you start searching around and you find the solitary confinement room where the Yellow King is. And he explains to you that a denizen of Lang named Wayrale came into the caravanserai and abducted him with a bunch of denizens of Lang. And you know this, when you came to the caravanserai, you killed like 6 of them. Abducted him, took him to the moon, and then left. And that she knows you all, or certainly Atticus and Aldo, and has been following you ever since you killed her in the crypts below Iris Hill. Of course, denizens of Lang, when they die, their bodies just reform on Lang. It seems that she also sent the Bloodwind after you, that boat with Captain Vadrak when you were looking for the tricorn hat as one of the gifts for the mad poet. So she's after you. Why? You don't know. How does she know you? You don't know. But the Yellow King is like, we gotta go. But Suki is like, something's not right here. My long lost love, I thought he was dead. It seems like he maybe did something to try and prolong his life by projecting his consciousness to the Dreamlands and then got imprisoned. You don't really know what's going on, but it seems like he was imprisoned here, or his unconscious mind was imprisoned here, and he was tortured to death. And his screams now echo through the chambers of the western half of the lunar prison through this strange torture device. So, seeking answers, you turn into a fly, you go upstairs, and you run straight into these twin moon hags. Now, you found out about these moon hags because on the first floor of the western side of the prison are a bunch of cells. One had a crazy woman in it. The other had an equally crazy woman, but someone that you've heard about, Calvetta Bricks, a big game hunter from Galarian who got tired of chasing game in the Verduran Forest and instead went to the Dreamlands to fight crazy Dreamlands gang, kill them, and fetch prices. But she did something that got her in prison. She's like, just save me, please. These twin hags, they're taking people upstairs, they're torturing them. Save me. And you're like, all right, come on. The fight begins. She takes off. The moon hags blast you with this psychic energy that we flash to the boat and we see Atticus twitching, blood coming out of his nose. As the fight goes on, we see Suki twitching, blood coming out of Ethel's ears. Every time you're being hit, your bodies are now being affected on the boat. Is that something about the lunar prison that's doing that? Is it something about the moon hags? Is it something about Arknar, the moon beast, that is taking over the prison? You don't know, but Calvetta Bricks was the first one that put it in your head that, like, things don't work the way you think they work all the time, so you don't know. You defeat the moon hags and you're like, we gotta get out of here, but there's still one more door we gotta check. So you go in there, it's empty, musical instruments hanging everywhere. And you're ready to just call it quits, but you detect magic, a magical signature that you can't quite place. You look on the wall, there's no instrument radiating magic. You realize it's the wall itself. The wall is an illusion. The wall has been hollowed out so that you could just float away. What does this mean? Who knows? You get the hell out of there. As you're running away, you see a blood splatter on the ground. Some of you realize, oh, that blood splatter is Calvetta Bricks. Looks like she didn't get very far. Then Yath-Keth, the moon beast that you made a deal with. You met him on the eastern side. He's the original warden. It's like, listen, you want the Yellow King? Kill Arknar, you can have the Yellow King, and I'll throw in a set of steak knives. But instead, you just try to abscond with the Yellow King. And so now you're like, great, now we gotta fight Yath-Keth again. All of a sudden, Yath-Keth stands up, splits in half, and Arknar, the other moon beast, appears, playing the moon saxophone. He goes on to tell you, first of all, thank you. Thank you for luring this idiot Yath-Keth out, because now they're dead and I can take over the prison. So thank you for that. Also, I need my 2 prisoners back. 2 prisoners? What are you talking about, Arknar? We just met. The Yellow King and Eris. What? Well, look at Eris. Eris didn't know what's going on. He explains.
Doesn't she?
Doesn't she? Roll a bluff. Arknar explains that they would often, the moon hags and themselves, they would range around the world looking for possible prisoners. And one of these ranging trips took them to Sarnath, the city that was destroyed when Bokrug rose from the deep to try and take the Doom Idol of Ib. Remember that whole thing? And while searching the ashes, they find a perfectly undecomposed body. Eris. For Eris died there, as did most of you. They cast Talking Corpse and find out that Eris did some horrible things. Back in Galarian, experimented with magic and got trapped in the Dreamlands. They're like, awesome, you're coming with us. Throw her in the lunar prison, and then all of a sudden she disappears. All that's left behind are planks of wood from a boat and the skeletal remains of a human man. And then the saxophone music kicks in. And here we are.
Oh. 'Roll. 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 'Roll
I'm sorry, we don't have time to
is
talk.
over. It's been 5 days since Asheville, and I have not received a single text. If you want to talk, call me on my day off.
You're not gonna pick up.
That's so true.
Aldo, what did you get?
I got a 19.
19 for Aldo. Atticus,
28.
28. Suki,
26.
Eris,
23.
23. Ethel,
27.
27. I read this recently and I might be misremembering it, but when the enemy ties the initiative of the PC, the enemy always goes first. And when the PCs tie, the PCs decide who goes first. Of course, this is just a rule. You can change it. And I might be misremembering it. Let's talk about the stakes here. Not that boneless ribeye I have in my freezer. The real stakes. You need to get out of here with the Yellow King. You got to get the Yellow King back to the caravanserai. You can't just wake up and expect him to go with you. That's not how it works. Maybe you can just wake up, though, if you can ensure he has a way of getting out. I would even say, at the beginning of the fight, maybe he's like, "Oh, you say there's a Shantak still here. Perhaps I can run to the landing pad. I remember the way when Raleigh brought me in. I can run there and I could maybe take it back to the caravanserai if it will listen to my pleas. And then you can either destroy this thing, wake up on your own, or even die in its hands. Then either way, meet me back at the caravanserai, and then together I will take you to the Mad Poet's Oasis. What say you? Should I run?"
Somebody take the yellow guy. I'll hold off the moon beast.
Yes, but wait a moment.
Alternatively, I could take the yellow guy and you could hold off the moon beast. You decide.
When I say go, run.
You said it to Ethel?
No, I say it to the Yellow King.
All right. Yes. Good luck. And when it's his turn, he may very well run.
Someone should go with him.
I'm sorry. So I thought we if we died here now, we would die for real, and that we can't wake up from here. Is that not true?
We don't 100% know yet. We know that in the prison that was the case. Maybe when we get out the walls, it's different. We don't know for 100%. It's possible if you're on the moon and die, you permanently die. We just don't
know
really
the rules.
know.
So,
but I feel, and Atticus feels, I always feel this way though. So tell me to shut up. That we can't beat this guy. I think the whole objective here is to escape with the Yellow King.
Yeah. Metagaming wise, yeah. I mean, I think.
Well, even not metagaming, we got our asses handed to us by the last moon beast.
Yeah, and he just emerged from his brother.
He also called Yafkef an idiot, and that idiot whooped our butts.
Yeah, whooped our butts. And, speaking for Atticus right now, remember, he is stupefied and is flat checking every single spell. So it's just, it's horrifying.
Yeah.
I really wish I could put up a meat wall right now so that we could run.
Me too.
But I'm all out of meat walls.
Yep, I'm out of my best spells too, because it's
Also,
just like,
who are you?
I don't even have time for this.
I'm here to kick ass and put up meat walls, and I'm all out of meat walls.
Well, this is a difficult thing because, I was thinking about this, and from Aldo's point of view, with the evidence we have, she killed my best friend.
Yeah.
So, what am I supposed to do in this moment?
Or so the moon beast would have us believe.
But that's the best evidence that I have right now. So, right?
Yeah, but yeah. Well, you got to do you. But in the heat of the moment, this thing's going to try to kill us, I think.
Yeah.
This is tricky. Going back to what Skid said, you don't know this information that Kelvita Brooks gave you. You don't even know the cutaway scene that I gave you, that Atticus's nose was bleeding and Ethel's ears were bleeding. You can use that information however you want. You can, if you want to metagame, play that. All you know is that the seed has been planted in you that maybe the rules are different, but you don't know why. Is it being within the walls of the Lunar Prison? Is it being on the moon? Is it just against certain enemies? Is it a magic that permeates certain areas? You're not sure. However, can you run? Let's go to the map. Let's go to the map like adults and see what we can do here.
Same map.
Same map. You were running away. Let's take a look at old Arknar.
Oh my God, we have a head start.
He looks nice and friendly in this picture, just a little guy.
Yeah,
So
he's just
Arknar's crushing Baker Street? Is that what
See, I thought this actually was a joke, but now apparently Arknar is a bard.
yeah. Oh, which is probably really dangerous for us,
Yeah.
actually.
He says, any requests?
Yeah, leave us alone.
I know Baker Street.
It's funny because Yavkef looked so intimidating, and yet he was the one who was much nicer and softer, and Arknar is playing a beautiful instrument, and he's like, it's even scarier. He's like, I'm going to murder you in cold blood.
Yeah, I could easily switch these pawns. Only one.
You know what he
came with
looks
the book.
like, Troy? He's a complete monster, obviously, and not human at all. But I get like Sigmire of Katarina vibes from him.
There is a bit of
Where you're
the
kind of like,
Onion Knight in him.
where
Yeah.
you're kind of like, this guy's harmless. Like he's so sweet. He's
so
just
cute.
sitting there playing his sax. You know, if we met him first and didn't know he was an enemy, we'd be like, oh, cool, and then he'd just like slay us because we'd let our defenses down. I think.
I like
looks-
to think that his tentacled head is like a hand that could open up, and it's just a horror underneath there.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like horrible nightmares.
I'm forgetting now because it was a long trip, but did we compare him to the keyboard player at Jabba's palace?
We did, and we misnamed him, I think.
Oh,
I saw-
Did you get a text from Rob Kirkovich?
No, I didn't.
Was he like, I'm out on Star Wars? I'm out.
Are you thinking Max Rebo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember who we said.
bum, 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 bum.
The Max Rebo band. Was it Droopy McCool? He was one of the... Wait, yes, it is. Droopy McCool. The
Droopy
flautist.
McCool?
Sounds like you're
Yeah.
just making things
You're
up
just
right
making
now.
that.
I
It
know,
does
that's
sound like
what-
I'm making that
That's
up.
what
but
every name that George Lucas made up, that's what it fucking sounds like.
Cool.
from the mind of famed
He's a
writer
big,
George
bearded
Lucas.
baby.
Look up. I can't put a Star Wars image up on screen, so just Google Droopy McCool, and that's exactly what this thing looks like.
Question:
Yes.
how far away is our moon
He's the-
beast?
He's the oboe player of the Max Rebo band, not the keyboard player. Max Rebo is the
Oboe.
keyboard player. Sorry, I apologize.
Right. It
Yes,
used to be
everyone's
Droopy
right.
McCool and the
The
Coolettes.
tiniest woodwind.
I Googled and you guys are right.
How far away is the moon beast that Yellow King wants to run to, and what does Arknar? What does he want?
Wait, you said what you're asking is how far is the Shantak
Yes.
from the Yellow King? I would say he's about 500 feet away or so.
Okay.
Maybe more. I think it was like for some reason I feel like it was a mile. I'll look it up.
What
Do we have
does
to... Sorry, go ahead.
what does Arknar? I keep wanting to say it in an Australian accent. Arnar. What does he want? Does he just want to kill us, or does he want like his prisoners?
He wants his
seems like he-
prisoners, and we can't let him have them. We just can't.
Yeah, he wants you and the Yellow King back, but also like it doesn't seem like he's going to be like, all right, thank you. Good, we made a good trade. Enjoy life off of the moon.
I mean, it's what you would do what you want to do, Aris. Like if you're like, I'll turn myself in to save my friends, feel free. But like, I get the sense that we have to take the Yellow King with us.
Yeah.
So like, we're stuck. We're locked in.
Does the Yellow King have to run past Arknar to get to the
No, it's
flying
behind
dinosaur?
us.
Look
Oh,
at
it's
the map.
behind you.
Yeah.
If you let the
we
Yellow
have a
King
head
go,
start.
and the Yellow King can talk Sybil into flying him, then you've just got to stand and defeat this thing. And the Yellow King may be able to get away. And then if you can wake up, if he's able to take the Shantak and you wake up and come back to the caravanserai, hopefully he'll be there.
Yeah.
That's what he's telling you. But, it's tricky.
All right.
I think it makes the most sense. Yeah.
Yeah. If someone can go with him, make sure, he doesn't try any funny business.
I would volunteer, but I don't think you want me to.
I really don't think it matters. I truly don't think I never got a vibe of like deceit or like, he's like a fraction of a consciousness. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like he kind of only exists to give you this information. Like he's not really a self-thinking politician or something that could turn on us.
The landing pad is a mile away.
All right. Suki just says to the Yellow King, when you get to Sybil, just mention that you know Tonka Marmalade. She should understand and take you back. Also the impossible lasagna.
He gives you a knowing thumbs up.
Knowing thumbs.
I don't think he
very
don't
drunk.
think he knows.
All right, are we ready to dance or what? Are we
It's
doing
time
this?
to dance.
Okay.
And for the first time in the history of not only the show, but the network, Joe goes first.
Whoa!
Wait, really? Is that the first time?
First time ever.
Ever.
It always feels like it.
As soon as he said the enemy ties, I was like, "You tied me." Well, look at that.
It tied me.
Okay. Ah! Obviously, there's a lot of things to do here. I'm not 100% sure what is right, so I'm just going to do role-playing wise, and I don't feel like the Yellow King, he's the most valuable, and I don't think he can just get away. I feel like this guy's going to prioritize the Yellow King. So Atticus, when he says, wait until I say, Atticus is going to reach into his belt, draw out a wand, and he just whips it around and touches the Yellow King and makes him invisible. And he casts invisibility on the Yellow
Oh,
King.
shit. Okay. All right. Very cool.
And then he's like, now go, run!
Joseph Marie O'Brien.
Sneaky.
That was a clutch, a niche.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
All right. So the Yellow King is invisible. Okay. Wand, 2 actions to John.
Wand, 2 actions to John, and that gives him that for 10 minutes. So he has to go to pretty good jog.
As long as he's jogging, he should
As long
be
as
all
he's
right.
jogging and the ground's relatively flat.
Yeah, he hasn't eaten in weeks. I'm sure he'll have the energy. I can do this.
Can you run into a 10-minute mile, Yellow King, on no food and complete silence torture?
I will say you all have a bottle cap to start the session.
Yay!
Thanks, good buddy.
The show still follows the old ways.
So mean.
Ethel, you are up, and I am excited.
Okay. Ethel is going to stride up to this guy.
Ethel, I mean, seriously, for just a mercenary, is so willing to put himself at risk. Just real bold
He has
character.
nothing to live for.
I also really care
anymore.
about my Yelp review. Please don't rate me 1 star on Google. Okay, double slice. Okay, so that's going to be no natural 20s, sadly. But
Man, that would end this.
that's going to be a 38 on the Warhammer and a 29 on the Scimitar.
That is going to be a hit and a miss.
29 is a miss. You heard it here first, folks.
Okay, that'll be 17 points of damage from the Warhammer.
Okay, and what type of damage is that? That's bludgeoning?
Bludgeoning.
Perfect. It appears that all goes through.
Oh, right. They have DR. Wait, I forgot all the things we learned.
They're immune to cold. I'm 90% sure.
Yes, you used a cone of cold, I believe.
Which is the only one I didn't use in the Bloody Twin combat. So have that ready.
You need some sort of magical thing that allows you to change your spell at the last moment.
I have a magical thing that allows me to change my spells with a 10-minute John. So you just need 10 minutes and I can swap prepared spells, but not in the middle of a combat.
Well, just go jog with the Yellow King and then come
You know,
back.
the thing is, I probably would have done it actually. Like after the other fight, I would have taken 10 minutes and been like, we know that we're only up against this guy. I should get rid of Cone of Cold. But I just wasn't thinking at the time. But like, that's totally the perfect time to use it.
It is now Suki's turn.
Okay. Suki is going to move.
Oh, come on, Suk!
Suk!
Save yourself, Suki.
Suki!
Roll 20 is just being so slow. Hold on, I'm moving myself over. Oh god, it's so slow. Sorry, 30
Don't worry
feet.
about it.
And then she is going to cast. So she's not directly behind Ethel. She's going to cast Hydraulic Torrent, which is a line spell. So I'm just
Nice.
making sure nobody's in my way.
Okay.
And
Hydraulic
you have to
torrent.
make a Fortitude save.
A fortitude save, you say? Let me get my old neon green. This is magic, so I get a little bone to that. Ooh, not a great roll, but he does have high fort. That's going to be a 28.
Okay, that passes. So you'll take half damage, and you're not knocked. I was trying to knock you back 5 feet. So if you failed, you would be knocked back. But
Okay.
I'm going to roll that sweet damn
Hydraulic, what is it?
hydraulic torrent.
That's cool.
Oh, wait, sorry, I'm rolling the wrong dice. It's 8d6. I'm just going to do it on the computer.
Oof. 86 bludgeoning down. Another bludgeoning. Very good.
That's so
very
good. That's so good.
All right, so you're going to take 10. Only 10. Half of 20.
Okay, hey. A little bit adds up.
Ethel gets
that's
a little wet.
That's my whole turn, 'cause that's a 2 action, John.
Did you just say Ethel's getting a little wet?
I said Ethel gets a little wet.
Ethel gets a little wet.
Interesting.
From the water.
Ah, I really thought you.
How the turntables. I guess Eris is out of the picture now because she's evil and bad, and maybe Suki's stepping
You know what they say? How the turntables. So, real quick, I just wanted to mention that I believe that even using a wand, you're still stupefied and probably have to roll a flat check, even with a wand.
Really?
So I rolled it, and I rolled a natural 16. But I forgot to do that for the record.
Okay, that would have been very
He's
Joe.
good. He's invisible.
Are you the only one stupefied?
No, I'm stupefied as well.
Okay. I thought you were being body. I forgot it was hydraulic push.
Oh, yeah.
My apologies. All right.
I mean,
it
I was
is
being a little body.
a little body. You knew what you were doing. Suki, are you done?
Yes, that's it.
Okay. Yathkef takes a 5-foot step back, also known as a step.
You
And
mean Arknar?
I'm sorry, did I say Yathkef?
Yes.
I'm so confused.
You owe an apology to Yathkef's memory.
Yathkef's memory. I'm
He
sorry,
steps
Yathkef.
on Yafkef.
It's a little squish sound. And remember, these things are like floating right above the ground. But before you email me, it's not fly. So take your hover checks. Shove them up your hydraulic torrent.
Really?
Yep.
They just hover automatically all the time?
Don't worry about it. Here's what he's going to do. He's going to cast a little spell on Eris. Give me a will save.
Okay. All right. This is fine.
You hear that sound echoing.
I'm using my hero point because I rolled a natural 1.
Oh, no.
That's a good time to use a hero point.
All right. 25.
That's a fail. You
Cool,
are
cool.
dominated.
Oh, no.
Oh, my. Here we go.
That's actually
Where is
And
that
very
in here?
simply,
But just a regular success.
just
right?
a regular
fail.
Regular fail, yes. So you control the target. It gains the controlled condition, but it can attempt a will save at the end of each of its turns. On a success, critical or otherwise, the spell ends. However, right now, he tells you, return to the cells.
Damn it.
Oh no.
Oh, man. Hey, you know what? Aldo's not going to have to worry about it. She'll just be in prison for the rest of her life. So you're good.
Good. Yep.
So you will need to use all of your actions to move in the direction of the cells. He's pointing right towards the portcullis in the front door. But you do get a new save at the end of your turn. So get one save off.
All right.
And you'll live forever. All right, so awesome. That was my turn.
Easier said than done, though. It's great having it every turn, but this thing's going to have a high DC.
Yeah.
That's tough, man. It's tough.
That's
Thanks,
the worst
Joe.
thing. No, I mean, it
Thanks.
happened when I was the bear. Remember, he made me go look for honey for an entire combat? It's just so infuriating.
And you went for like half a round.
Yeah, it actually wasn't
That
that
was, to be fair, 2 episodes.
Yeah, that's true.
bad. That's a good point.
All right. Well, oddly enough, it is Eris's turn. Eris, imagine this feeling of like just, wow, what a domination. What would that feel like in real life? Like, you know, this is the wrong thing. Is it part of you is like, why am I doing this? Or you're just like, I need to go back to the cells.
It must be like maybe also when you wake up with like sleep paralysis, where like your brain's there, but you can't move your body. But in this case, your body is moving. You know?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's horrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
So
I feel like
scary.
you are semi-aware. That's why you keep rolling that will save to like shake
you know
it
what?
off.
Yeah.
You know what I would say, with only your body in charge and your mind not quite there, I would say you'd probably take a really stupid way back to the prison, like kind of
Don't-
up and back over
don't-
this way,
you know.
and then zagging back, and then
Maybe
the
he
point where you
doesn't-
started.
Maybe he doesn't understand my appendages because I am a flesh warp.
I need a new group to play with.
Poking holes.
You try to like walk through the portcullis over and over again. You just like can't.
Just 5 feet and then just walk into the guardhouse. Be like, I can't seem to get past this.
Sorry.
All right, we'll
Is
save.
this the prison? All right, Eris.
So I'm using my
I will
3
ping
actions.
a door for you. Here, this is the door.
So I'm using my 3 actions each time to just move 25 feet.
Yes, that's what he
Cool.
would like you to do.
Eris, no! Wrong way! Don't get
25.
closer!
All right. Now 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25. Or no, I have to use an action to open the door, right?
Oh,
Door's
Did you guys
closed.
close it behind you?
I think
We
we
didn't
did.
come out that way. We came out the
You
invisible
know what?
wall.
Percentile dive. 51 or higher.
Wait, isn't it a
says-
portcullis? It's a portcullis.
No, but there was a door on the interior of the portcullis. Let's see if it's
myself
closed.
back there.
51 or higher. I rolled a 9. That door's wide open. Also, Yathkef just seemingly came out of that door.
25. And then you want me to go straight and then take a left down the hall?
That's up to. This is where you can have some fun. But yeah, you want to go in the direction. If you see where I'm pinging, now that the hallway
Okay.
has shifted, you can
Actually,
go.
I think, Troy, this is different than Charm in that, I mean, you really are, you're being controlled like a robot rather than you believe that you are the friend of whoever it was that cast the spell. So I would think it's really up to you, Troy.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
We'll take the south passage.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. There I am. So I made it all the way into the
Back
hallway.
deep into the prison.
And now I get to roll another will save. I'm like, no, this isn't where I want to go. I want to help my friends. I don't want to be in prison.
That's a good point, Skid. Yeah, it's not charm.
Yeah.
Fail.
Oh.
Okay. That's all right. All right, so
What do you mean that's all right?
It's not all
This
right.
is a terrible situation.
I definitely am going to die in here.
not if Aldo has anything to say about it.
Also, on the plus side, the prison is currently unstaffed, so as far as we know. So it can't be that bad, right?
Yeah, like if you did wipe out everybody in there, thank God you did. What if you left those moon hags? Then yeah, she's not like she's going to walk into another fight. But now it sort of forces your hand to either kill the moon beast or leave Eris to die.
Abandon
Yeah, which is probably what Aldo wants to do. Aldo, what's going through your head?
Yeah, this is the thing. I was so I didn't really process this at the end of the Asheville show. I was just like, oh, wait. That's the implication, is that she is responsible for the death of my best friend. So now it's like there's this, at least a strong possibility that this is true, because we don't really know her anyway. And apart from her being allied to, sympathetic to our cause, she's showed herself to be a objectively evil person in a lot of different ways. So this is a possibility. And Aldo's really torn on how to feel right now. There's an immediate danger, so he's just going to try to kill the saxophone player, as any of us would do in this situation. First, I'm going to use my Amulet of the Occult to cast Guidance on myself. And I'm going to move to the east a little bit to give myself a little better angle. And then I'm going to attempt to hit it with my last bottle of lightning. There we go.
Nice, Aldo.
That's a 34 to hit.
Oh, that'll do.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so that's 11 points of damage, and they are flat-footed until the beginning of my next turn.
All right, that's huge.
Nice.
in there.
Hugely helpful.
Yeah, I mean, wow, what a difference. You have to make this thing flat-footed to even have a chance. All right, it's at that moment that Atticus, you feel a brushing against your arm. The Yellow King's like, God's speed, plural. And he pushes off.
Says plural?
God's speed, plural. Because there are many gods in this world.
You got to be non-denominational in this situation. You don't know.
Was
Peace
it Godspeed, comma, plural?
Oh,
My name is not plural. It's Atticus.
And he
Get out of here, you
runs.
dirty Methodist! There's a nasty
Unitarian.
divorce happening in the Methodist Church right now. I don't know if you knew
Is
that.
there?
Yeah.
A divorce between whomst?
The two different sects in the United Methodist Church, they're disuniting, and I don't know the details, but
Drama.
Sounds messy.
I'm
Sounds messy.
I'm going to Google the details during this break.
I'm
And you gotta
taking
see
sides.
who gets what friends, who gets the Episcopalians,
Yeah.
who
Who's
gets
gonna get the
Baptists.
dog?
who gets Thomas, who gets Paul?
Hey everybody, Skids. I'm interrupting your program here to give a quick shout out to our sponsors over at Dauntless Snacks. Our friend Jay over at Dauntless claims he was inspired by the Glass Cannon's small business model to start his own snack company by gamers for gamers. Dauntless Snacks is a snack company dedicated to serving all gamers, streamers, dreamers, and creators out there. It is a delicious protein snack when and where you need it. I can attest to this. It is delicious. 100% grass-fed beef stick without the greasy taste you get with other brands. And you know, I'm a Colorado guy. Jay's a Colorado guy. At 1% of 2023 website sales is being donated to Children's Hospital Colorado this year, which is also my charity. Just saying. And we've got new flavors coming. We've got honey barbecue, mango habanero, and teriyaki, all set to launch later this year. So big shout out to Jay over at Dauntless Snacks. Please support them the way that they are supporting us.
We're back from the break. And I Googled nothing.
I learned nothing.
It's round 2, and it's Atticus' turn. Smooth combat so far. Everything's moving fast.
Moving fast. Atticus is going to begin moving away. Just in case he can escape this alive. And he's not saying it out loud, but he's just thinking like, fall back, Aldo, fall back. Just in case. Eris, he doesn't know what Eris is doing. He assumes she's under some kind of mind control. He doesn't know. He assumes the creature's doing it as like a, it would be a great warden spell to have, wouldn't it? Like escape prisoners just turn around and walk back, you know, like, so it makes sense. And he's just like, I have to save Aldo. He's going to see what that lightning did. It seemed to hurt it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
God damn it. Well, he'll try to cast it.
Oh boy.
Heightened.
Oh,
So
no.
he
You do have a bottle cap.
pulls in the charge of all this lightning energy. It starts crackling around them, and then he fires a line of lightning bolt into the creature. Flat check. Natty 11. And now I need a reflex save, which, is... my DC is lowered because of the stupefied, so I'm terrified.
It's a good roll.
Shit,
So it's
well, that's over.
36.
That is critical success.
Fucking Jesus.
Okay.
That's what the Methodists said.
That's Methodist talk.
That's for
It's
them.
Methodist talk, and I won't have it at my table. Good round. Ethel, you're up. I imagine you're processing this whole Eris situation as well.
I mean, yes, but then Ethel has no relationship to Halster whatsoever. Like he's heard them talk about him, and maybe he knew he was. I'm trying to remember if Halster was still in the cell when Ethel came aboard, but I mean, Eris is a very confusing person in a lot of ways. Knowing that she was a prisoner in this moon jail, I mean, kind of fits.
He doesn't judge her? He's not judging her?
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out.
So you're saying no hard feelings.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There's a chance.
I'm gonna swing and hurt things.
It's easy for you to say. You didn't know him. You didn't know him like I did.
Ethel is gonna step to get up against the moon beast and take a double slice.
Double slice, flat-footed.
Well, the good news is I think I rolled well. The bad news is there were no natural 20s in the scimitar. So that is going to be a 32 on the Warhammer and a 33 on the scimitar.
How the times have changed in this fight against the moon beast. Those are 2 hits.
Oh, yes.
Unfortunately, I can't cleanse because I had to take an action to step up. But that's going to be 13 points of damage on the Warhammer. That's bludgeoning.
Mm-hmm.
And then that'll be not a great roll. 10 points of damage from the scimitar. That's slashing.
23 total. Smooth.
Nice.
It is now Suki's turn. Suki, what do you do? Your line of effect now has an Ethel in front of it.
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
You moved as well.
Yeah, it's fine.
Fine.
So she's gonna fire off another spell. She's
All right.
going to shoot a little bit of searing light at you.
There you
How
go.
about them apples?
Say what? All right, what is that, a
Ooh.
reflex save or will or fortitude?
You wish. That's a ranged spell attack, mon frere.
Don't raise your voice to me in front of the children.
She spoke French. She's serious.
What did you say?
That's gonna be a 33. That was a natural 17 to hit.
That is a hit.
Yeah! Okay.
Nice.
Hit with
Amazing
Searing
suits.
John.
So that is gonna be... you're not a fiend or undead, are you?
That's rude and no.
Okay, rats.
I'm a dream, motherfucker.
I'm a dream. So that's 5d6 fire and then 5d6. What's my other one?
Holy?
5d6 good damage. So that's
is that just making sure the good is? Is that against?
It probably only affects it if it is.
Oh, if it is a fiend or undead, you're right. So
Yeah.
it's just 5d6 fire.
Yep.
So that's going to be 22 points of fire damage for your little ass.
That is juicy, and his ass
God.
is
Probably got a big butt.
huge.
For your, for your bookshelf of an ass.
Aknar's got a big old butt. Oh yeah. Is that your turn, or do you have another action?
I think for my second action, because that was only two, or for my third action, I'm going to command Pepsi. And Pepsi is going to slither. What is Pepsi's speed? 20 feet, not a lot. But Pepsi is
20
going
feet, not a lot.
That tiny little hair snake.
Pepsi is gonna slither just closer up. Actually, Pepsi's gonna move twice. What am I saying? And is going to prepare next round to attack the moon beast. Slither up directly to the moon beast. Use 2 of its actions to move.
It's excellent. It is the moon beast's turn, and the moon beast looks at Ethel and says, you are strong. Perhaps I can rehabilitate you, and you can stand guard here at my prison. And it attacks you with lots and lots of face tentacles. First one just... that is going to be a 31 to hit.
That hits.
That hits. The first one hits for a certain amount of damage that I will be rolling right now. It hits for 19 points of slashing
Way
damage.
to fill the dead air, Troy.
Yeah, that was real professional.
Real
For a
professional.
certain amount of damage that I will be rolling right
It's like
now.
Pert Hapley from Parks and Recreation. I think that was his name, the newscaster.
Purred, it's purred something. Yeah.
Purred something. Like, you heard with Purred.
You
A
heard.
certain amount of damage that I'll be rolling right now. 19 points of regular, 3 points of mental damage. And
Stings.
also give me a will save.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no. No, only on a crit. All right, second attack, also with the tentacle. 24 to hit.
That misses.
Poop. Third attack with the I'm going to go back to the well with the tentacle because if I hit you with 2 of them, good things happen. And I rolled right out of the box. I'm so excited. Ooh. 26.
Miss.
What a horrible, horrible turn.
Hey, you did 22 points of damage to me, and 3 of it was mental, which, as you know, really gives Ethel some long-lasting pain.
I know, but I had a plus 20 to hit on the second attack and still blew it. All right, so this is a great opening for you guys, and it is sadly Eris's turn. Eris, give me 75 feet of movement deeper into the prison.
Hey,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Brutal.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This is
1,
just
2.
thrilling
Wait, let me
radio.
scroll on the map away from where you guys are. Let me
Describe
scroll
where you're
over.
walking, Kate.
I'm walking down the hall, the long hallway of doom
Yes,
to my
very good.
demise.
We opened up
to the
rock.
cells
We opened up like
through the open rock door.
Yeah, we
really
opened that up.
easily.
If only we
So
had
which
left the
cell
rock
would you like
door.
me to go in, Troy?
You left the rock door perfect for you to keep sliding into the cells.
Well, I guess 5, 1, 2, 3. I can make it to right this corner. So maybe next turn you get to pick a cell for me to go into if I'm still dominated.
Give me that will save.
Jesus Christ. 30.
DC 30.
Oh, huge.
I was just gonna say you need to like do something to like lower the DC of his John, and you made it with a 30. So you arrive in the prison, your body just pushing you through that shifting hallway now that it's moved to the south, and you see the cell. You can actually see that crazy woman up ahead, and she's just like, ah!
Welcome back.
Screaming, and that wakes you out of it, and you now have control of your body and your mind.
Oh shit! Oh god! My friends think that I hate them.
She says to herself, and now it is Aldo's turn.
All right. Aldo, still torn, still reeling from this possibility that his new companion is responsible for this horrible act, in addition to the other horrible acts he's seen her commit, is going to
The
cast
child eater?
guidance on myself again. I am going to, if our virtual tabletop cooperates, make another movement to get into the clear again. And I'm going to throw a blight bomb at the musician. That is a miss. That will be 6 points of splash damage.
Okay, 6 splash. What's that? Okay, she did guidance, move, bomb. Okay, Aldo does 6 points, and then perhaps somewhere the Yellow King sprints away. Or maybe the Yellow King's got powers you don't even know about. Maybe he can fly, maybe he can plane shift, maybe he can just teleport over to there. You don't know because he's invisible. Round 3, Atticus's turn.
He's not convinced that the creature is that good. So, because that was really close. It was only because he was stupefied that was a critical fail, so he's going to go after it again. Casting a, unfortunately, unheightened lightning bolt, but he's still got a line. Aldo and Suki have spread just enough that he's got a straight line right between them for another lightning bolt. So first I'll do the flat check, and I got it with a natty 14. Then I need a reflex saving throw.
Okay, I'll do my best, Joe.
From you.
Okay, how about a nat 2, bro?
Oh, what is the total on that, John Jansky?
That is going to be, I get a bonus from magic. That is going to be a 21 total.
That is a straight up fail, which
Nice.
is awesome. And, you know, and it's great to, whatchamacallit, is his reflex his lowest save? That's sort of like what I was assuming.
Maybe.
Oh, man, just give me the info. For God's sakes.
I'll tell you at the bar after the show.
Okay.
this
Okay.
Hour and a half
again?
away from.
Not bad on the rolls. That's 27 points of electricity damage.
Nice.
Man, is this team coming together over here? 27 points of damage.
Yeah.
You know what this thing is capable of. Okay, 27 points of damage. Is that your turn?
He still has an action.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he still has an action. He's just trying to. He's gonna fall back.
Fall back.
Yeah, he's gonna keep trying to sneak his way back in case he needs to make a run for it to the to the guy. To the dinosaur.
Fall back to where you once belong. It is Ethel's turn. Ethel, what are you going to do?
I'm now flanking the Moon Beast.
Okay.
Huge.
So now it's
Karma.
doubly flat-footed? Or did its flat-footed go
No, the
away?
flat-footed was gone at the beginning of my turn. So.
Okay,
And
so
I fixed Pepsi's movement. Pepsi, I counted incorrectly on the map, and Pepsi is now flanking with Ethel, just to be clear.
way to cheat.
No, actually, I was following the rules.
You win this round.
Troy really folded quick on that.
I rolled
Oh,
on the scimitar
19.
a natty 19.
Come on.
Hey, it's better than
Oh
a
my
natural
God.
one, man.
It's a game of inches.
So 37 on the scimitar and a 26 on the warhammer.
They
Wait.
say the distance between 19 and 20 is the longest inch.
It was just below the neck where you hit her. All
and
right,
short.
so you said 37.
On the scimitar.
37 on the scimitar. Okay, not a crit.
Okay. And 26 on the warhammer, which I'm assuming is a miss.
Yeah, 26 is a miss.
Scimitar.
Oh, but that's the one that's going to take some resistance
some-
against slashing.
Probably. So that'll be 16 points of slashing damage.
Okay, yes, and you do see that, like, it's thick, froggy hide. It just doesn't get all the way through.
Okay, and then I am going to. This guy's gonna. Okay, I'm gonna use an ability called Twin Parry.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna use my final action to give myself a +1 to my circumstance bonus to my AC.
Okay. Twin parry, get a little circ bone to your ack. And now it's Suki's turn. Suki,
Okay.
you and Pepsi are up.
yes. Suki is going to first, taking a page from Atticus's book, she's also going to cast Lightning Bolt. Heightened.
Nice.
You don't want to read that
Heightened.
book.
So you have to make a reflex save.
Okay. First one was very high, second one was very low. Let's see where this one falls. Right down Broad Street in the middle. That is a 29 total.
Ooh, right down Baker Street.
A 29 is a 29 is a regular success.
All right, give me your,
So you're going to half that damage.
give me your half
damage.
damn.
And I'm adding an extra D12 because I heightened it to 4th level. So that's going to be, damn, it would have been dope if you failed. 40 points, so half, 20 points.
Oh man, that would.
So
been
I
good.
tested mine, Sydney, and if I would have gotten it through, and mine was 37. So you did 40. Badass.
Wow,
But 20 points is still not bad.
20
That's a lot.
points is
That's a big chunk.
fantastic.
that's a huge chunk.
So that's all my 4th level spells. And then for her 3rd action, she is going to again command Pepsi. And Pepsi is going to strike twice.
This is awesome. To cast a spell that powerful and then get 2 attacks with an animal companion.
Yeah.
That's badass.
I love
And
my
it's
snake.
flat-footed to snake.
So that's going to be a. God,
You look
I'm-
like you're really struggling.
I rolled bad. It's a 22. That's going to miss. First one. And then second one. Man, Sydney, 27.
Even flat-footed, that's a miss. Very close, though. Very, very close.
All right. Pepsi is not that strong. But so Pepsi tries to bite you, but misses twice.
Classic boa constrictor
He's-
sounds.
That's what
So
they
I'm gonna
sound
guess
like.
AC 30.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
my guess.
So flat-footed. Oh, wait. Flat-footed or regular?
Flat-footed is 28.
Oh, yeah.
That's my
Damn.
guess.
Because I missed on a 29, hit on a 31,
Yep.
and you were close on with the 27. So
Rats. All right. That's my turn. But Pepsi is still flanking with Ethel, so he is still flat-footed.
This would have been a good time for in old school Final Fantasy Tactics, the amazing class, the Calculator. You could literally, if you figured stuff out
Yeah.
like that, you could literally cast and just only hit creatures with AC 30 on the battlefield. Like, for example.
Yeah. Or like a multiple of 3. Like creatures with an AC of a multiple of 3 or something.
Yeah, and it would just like it would pick 5 different people, allies and enemies. It just like bam, bam, and you're like, I'm willing to make the sacrifice. Bam, 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 bam.
It was the coolest. I think they're jobs, right? They're called jobs in that game. Yeah, it was like one of the coolest jobs you could work your way towards. It was awesome.
Yeah, and what you unlocked, like for each job, you would unlock special abilities to cast and stuff. With that job, all you unlocked was like mathematical multipliers and dividers to target. So like multiples of 3, multiples of 4, multiples of 5. You know, it was
huge. It was the biggest like game changer in the game.
It was so cool.
That's a weird blind spot for me. I've never played any Final Fantasy game. I regret it.
They're good.
Well, they were formative games for me. I played them. I don't play them so much these days, but I played them all through my youth.
Yeah.
Okay. It is Arknar's turn, and Arknar is going to go back to the tentacle well because I think I'm due for some better rolls, and it's going to make all the difference if I can hit with 2 of these. First, Tenty. Natural 20. There she is.
Yeah, you were due.
On who? Ethel or Pepsi?
That was Pepsi. No, that's on Ethel.
Give it to Peps, John.
All right. This is going to be a named character, but so many other things are going to happen. Oh, no. One could say a couple things are going to happen. Not me, but others might say that. Fans.
You ready to rock on this?
Yeah. Is it good?
Is it good?
All right.
I'm itchy just thinking about it.
Dude, you should be. This one's about 19 sentences long.
This one have to have Michael edit these.
God.
Michael!
This one from Jimbo, the one-man power trip in Marrero, Louisiana.
Sounds like a cool dude.
It's titled That Gawk Gawk John 1000. You land a strike on your target's stupid face like it's your job. In fact, it is your job, and you do that job really good. You pay the bills. You keep the cars clean. You keep presents under the tree year after year, no matter what else is going on. You're paying to keep the kids in a decent school instead of that post-pandemic germ factory across the parish. You deserve some damn appreciation. Double damage. But before rolling, add 1 damage in recognition of all the people at the table, behind the scenes, live, or in the chat that says thank you and uses your name. So with you picking this, no one is going to say thank you. So you're just going to get double damage.
If this was live, I can't even imagine how bad this could be. Hundreds of thank yous coming.
Yeah, I love our listeners, but they can be a little bloodthirsty.
They are.
Well, there's a lot of projection in this crit, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah, something tells me that Jimbo is paying for his kids to go to school.
Yeah.
And keeps those cars clean.
All
We're
right,
allowed to say thank you. We're allowed to say thank you to Jimbo, right?
I wouldn't risk it.
I wouldn't risk it either.
I won't say anything then. I won't say anything.
It ends up being all like 1 point shy of max damage. 52 points of slashing damage. I mean, this is going to get ugly. Excuse me. 52 points of bludgeoning damage. I'm assuming, and I could be wrong, that I don't double the max mental damage, which is 6.
Oh my God.
52 plus 6, 58 points of damage. And because it was a crit, now I need you to roll a will save.
Okay.
Oh no, it turned on a dime.
Natural 4, 17.
17, so that's a critical failure on the Mind Lash. Oh my God. Did this happen last time? No, because you were dominated. So you are stupefied 2 for 1 minute.
I'm already stupefied 2. So do I go up?
I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like I just read this recently, and like when you have 2 of the same condition, the higher one takes over, and like so you instead now you're stupefied 2 for 1 minute because I think, oh no, you were already stupefied 2 with no duration, so that trumps the new 2 stupefied. Colin, but I think that's correct. The worst one is the one that stays. However, because it was a critical failure, you're also doomed 1.
Oh gosh.
Which carries over to the natural world.
Okay.
That was the first action.
Yep.
Second attack, 34 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. 34 to hit is going to be another 17 points of regular, of
Okay.
bludgeoning, and 2 points of mental,
Okay.
and that immediately then rends. Auto rend for 18 points of bludgeoning
Okay.
and another 6 mental.
Oh my gosh.
So this is what this thing's been waiting to unleash.
Oh,
So another 24 points total of damage, and then it has one more attack.
Oh, on Pepsi, right?
I know, this is too good.
I jump.
I have 6 hit points left.
And
Oh.
it missed on the last attack with a 20, with a 22,
man.
unless Doomed brought your...
No. It's
Oh,
it's
that's
not.
huge. You
Oh
have
my
to hit it before you die permanently.
God.
Man,
Guys,
this
help
is
us.
so razor thin. I thought you guys had it, but like it turns on a dime,
And you
especially in
got crit.
2E.
You crit and didn't miss on the second one. So, brutal.
Okay. Very, very brutal. But there is some time, and luckily, Eris is back, everybody.
Eris!
Sure, she's
God.
150 feet away, but she's back. By
Run!
She's back. God
I'm just
damn it.
reading what this does really quickly. Cool.
you immediately return to
Listen,
the fight.
here's what's gonna happen. I'm putting my familiar down on the ground, and then one action, and then I'm giving Egg one of my really good healing potions that I still have. Another action, and then I'm commanding Egg to move. So Egg has 2 actions and can move 40 feet. So, Egg, if you be so kind to give me a pawn for Egg,
Yes,
a
I will
tiny
find
pod
one.
can move 80 feet, as I would only be able to move 75 feet with 3 actions.
Ah.
Egg can move 80 feet with 2, since it's an egg on the screen. Hey, no, I'll move my egg, sir.
Oh, sorry. I have to give you control of the egg.
Give her control of her
Keep your
egg.
hands off that egg.
Let me make it
That's
smaller.
my egg.
Yes, it's a tiny egg. Cool. I can't move it.
You should be able to now.
Okay. 10, 15, 20, 35, 40, 50, 55, 65, 70, 75.
It's just an
80.
egg
And I said,
rolling
Egg,
down the corner.
run to Ethel. I'm sure he's ran up in front in combat and about to die
She knows
without
him.
me there to help him.
So Egg gets 80 feet closer and
And
stands
that's my turn.
in the hallway. That's a good turn. I don't know what Egg's got planned, but
It's the best I can do.
hopefully they'll have a chance to do it. It is Aldo's turn, perhaps the biggest of his life.
Okay, Aldo is. Oh, I can't do that. Okay. All right, Aldo's just going. I think I gave myself guidance last time, and I shouldn't have been able to do that. So, sorry about that. So just gonna throw a. I'm gonna throw a blight bomb at this thing against its flat-footed AC. 31 to hit.
31 is a hit.
Okay,
Awesome.
All right. That is 12 points of damage, poison
Okay.
damage. Sorry,
Poison.
and it has 2d4 persistent damage
Of the
on it.
poison variety.
Of the poison variety. Light bomb. That is. I'll let you know here in a second.
Wait, you hit
It
with the
is-
blight bomb last turn, and I don't think that.
No, the blight bomb missed
No,
last
I
time.
missed.
Oh, you
I got
missed.
the splash damage.
Splash. That's cool. When I think blight, for some reason I always think undead, but it's blight poison. I have to
Yeah,
always
it's
correct my
like-
brain.
Yeah, it's like disease. It's
Pestilence.
volatile toxic chemicals that rot flesh.
That's awesome.
It does not give a type of poison damage. It just says poison damage.
I like it.
Yeah.
Here it
I don't
goes.
think there's a type of poison in 2E. I think poison is a type, like capital P poison. It's like a type of
think so.
damage.
That seems correct.
Okay, so that's a hit that hurts it. 2d4 persistent. Oh man, imagine if Ethel can get it close, but doesn't knock it down. But the 2d4, but then he still gets its turn. Ugly,
Nice.
Ugly Johnson here, and he's doomed. How many actions you got left, buddy?
2. So now I'm going to attempt to throw. Attempt to hit it with an acid flask. Okay, that is a miss. That is 6 points 5 points of splash damage onto it. And I'm just gonna go for a natural 20 with another acid flask.
Might as well.
It's another miss. Another 5 points of splash damage.
Yeah, so it's worth it for you for sure if you're like, I don't have to do that third action, because 5 points of damage makes all the difference.
It is a limited resource I'm kind of using here, but
right.
And it would be nice to hit things occasionally,
right?
But
all right, I've got that persistent marked, and now it would be the Yellow King's turn, wherever he may be. Now it's Atticus's turn. Atticus, I imagine you're running back, but you're watching the fight the whole time, and you see Ethel get rocked.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting down to the wire here, but it seems like the beast is getting close, right? I mean, he doesn't seem unfazed. Yeah, he's got burn marks all over him. I think Atticus was inspired by Suki's lightning bolt as well. Just like, bam! Like, perhaps we can do this. And save Eris after all. He's going to do it again. So, another lightning bolt. Bam!
There you go.
Yes.
Lightning bolt. Okay. Let's see what...
Flat check. Oh, natural 9. Made it, though. And so it's a reflex save.
Okay. Bad roll. All right, so I get the bonus. 24.
Yes! DC 25.
Nice. Nice. That's huge, potentially.
Oh, fucking amazing roll. Ooh. 29.
Yes.
I got a 12 in one of those. 29
Nice.
points of damage. Electricity, lightning.
29 points of electricity damage. And it's just,
Oh my god, a 10 and a 12. And then a 3 to 4, but a 10 and a 12.
It's kind of Mortal Kombat wavering now at this point. Come on, guys! Ethel, finish him! Ethel, just blood gushing out of your face, your ears from the mind lash and the mental damage.
I still have an action left.
Oh.
This really seems to be turning. Just in case every single point matters, he's going to fire off a magic missile.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
A level 1 magic missile for 3 points of damage, force damage.
And he dies.
Yes! Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Oh, wait, flat check.
Oh, no.
I swear to God.
Oh, come on. I failed it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but I have a hero point. I have a bottle cap. I'm going to spend it. Got to.
Do it.
Got to. Natty 14.
A roller coaster of emotions on this
know.
magic
My heart.
missile.
Wow.
My heart.
My God.
And Ethel takes his scimitar and beheads the saxophone.
Yes.
It takes somewhere between 1 and 20 rolls, but you get it.
Well, the scimitar
runs
is
up to
forceful,
you.
so it gets
Egg
more
runs
damage.
up to you with a elixir of moderate life. What is it?
Oh.
Elixir of life moderate. And he's like, here, this is for you.
5d6 plus 12.
Amazing.
Wow.
I just love
5.
that image too. That Eris is in there, just knowing,
Eris, like-
just knowing that Ethel's a mess outside.
Eris comes up shortly after and just kind of stands off away from you guys. I don't know if I should approach.
Oh right.
Come back, Egg.
We should get to the Yellow King, yes?
Yes, we must run now. Aldo, he's getting back to the dinosaur. Let's go.
Aldo stomps up to Eris. It's just like, did you do it? Is it true?
Do what?
Did you kill
Be in
him?
the jail? Kill who?
You know who I'm talking about.
Truly don't know who you're
My
talking. I
best
don't
friend.
know.
My best friend. Don't you prevaricate to me.
You think I killed him?
There's a lot of evidence to suggest it.
And not really, just this fleshy
Were you above
saxophone
it because
man.
he wasn't a child?
What?
You couldn't eat him?
I honestly don't. I don't know what he was talking about. I've never been in this prison before.
Ethel's going to step between Eris and Aldo.
Oh boy.
I think tensions are riding high, and the Moon Beast guy said a lot of things. Some of them very alarming, I admit. But also, I would love to not be on this moon. Can we
Right.
agree to go find your yellow guy and maybe go home?
Yes, all right. Message received. You shan't stand about arguing like a bunch of Methodists. So hear this now. This is not over. I'm going to get to the truth of this. And if I find out that you are the one responsible, there'll be hell to pay. And he turns around and stalks over to...
What if she made a deal? Like that was the deal she made to get out. A life for a life.
Yeah.
If you remember when you died in Sarnath and appeared back on the boat, Eris was with you in the prison where Halster was, but instead of the prison, the brig, there's like pieces of ground and like half of a tree, I think. Some sort of wasteland. And yet here in the prison, it seems like the boat and perhaps Halster's remains got pulled into here. So something happened in that moment in time. And now I imagine we like crane shot. We see all of you like running along the surface of the moon in the distance. And you see the Yellow King up ahead appears out of invisibility. How long does it last?
10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah. But you're running. It's a mile. So
10-minute mile.
He appears
10-minute mile, dude.
and he looks behind you and sees, it's like, come. And you all board the Shantak, and the Shantak lifts its head up, face full of veggie lasagna.
How was it?
I can't remember her voice. It was
That's it.
delicious.
You're doing it.
And starts.
If you recall, we had at least one 10-hour rest and then another 24-hour rest. That's a hell of a lasagna.
It was
that thing
impossible.
It was leftovers for
Impossible.
days.
It was
Impossible.
impossible.
That's like a catering serving.
A buffet table of lasagna.
The Shantak starts flapping its wings as all of you crowd into the howdah. You know you have a long journey ahead of you, but Sybil lifts off the ground and starts taking off and like curls around. And as she curls around, you look down and you just see this prison. You've now been in, as far as you know, every single room of that prison, a whole world that has now been completely changed. There is no warden anymore. They're all dead. But the Yellow King is free. And you make your way back. And we will see you in Los Angeles.
baby.
Dude, this is it.
Wow.
This is like
This is
it.
Hollywood, here we come.
Hollywood, here we come.
Next stop, Hollywood.
The Yellow King.
The Yellow King with the Yellow King.